On Saturday, September 27th, the world witnessed such a moment in Santa Barbara, California, at the wedding of pop superstar Selena Gomez and acclaimed music producer Benny Blanco. While the union of Selena and Benny was itself a headline-making affair, complete with a coastal villa, a garden bursting with thousands of flowers, and a guest list that read like a who's who of Hollywood, the evening unexpectedly became a dazzling stage for the romance of the most powerful couple in the world, Taylor Swift and her fiancé, NFL superstar Travis Kelce. As the Pacific Ocean shimmered in the distance and golden lights danced across the ceiling of the grand banquet hall, Taylor and Travis shared a moment on the dance floor that instantly became the stuff of modern legend. Their sweet, magnetic performance held every guest in rapt attention. Phones emerged, fingers tapped, and within minutes, their dance was the talk of social media across continents. Yet what made the night truly unforgettable wasn't just the spectacle, it was the way love, friendship, and joy seemed to radiate from every corner of the celebration, weaving together the lives of everyone present in a tapestry of shared happiness. Santa Barbara's coastline is famous for its understated glamour, its swaying palms and sea breezes attracting celebrities seeking both luxury and tranquility. For their wedding, Selena and Benny chose a villa perched above the ocean, its gardens transformed with cascades of white, pink, and purple flowers. The air was perfumed with jasmine and roses, the sun dipping low as guests arrived in designer couture and impeccable tuxedos. Among the star-studded attendees, Camila Cabello, Francia Raisa, David Henry, Brooklyn Beckham, Nicola Peltz. There was one couple whose every move seemed to generate its own gravitational pull, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Their arrival electrified the atmosphere. Taylor, radiant in a custom lavender Ellie Saab gown, glided through the garden with the poise of a Hollywood icon and the warmth of a lifelong friend. Travis, towering in a classic black tuxedo and bow tie, never strayed far from her side. They were, in every sense, a power couple, but also utterly, disarmingly real. Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez have been inseparable for over a decade, their friendship the envy of fans and fellow stars alike. On this day, Taylor was more than a global superstar. She was Selena's confidant and maid of honor. Cameras caught the two laughing together as they posed for photos, their hands entwined in a gesture that spoke volumes about their enduring bond. Selena's wedding dress, a vision of pure white elegance, contrasted beautifully with Taylor's lavender gown, the two women glowing with happiness. Taylor's presence was both gracious and luminous. She floated through the festivities, offering encouragement, adjusting Selena's veil, and sharing private jokes that left them both doubled over in laughter. Yet it was clear that her heart belonged not just to her friend, but to the man who stood beside her all night, his hand never far from hers. Travis Kelce is not a man easily overshadowed. As a star tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, his size, charisma, and athletic prowess command attention on and off the field. But at Selena and Benny's wedding, he was more than a sports icon. He was Taylor Swift's partner, her equal, and her greatest supporter. From the moment he stepped out of a sleek Rolls-Royce, Travis was the picture of old-school elegance. He opened doors, poured wine, and made sure Taylor's every need was met. Guests whispered about the way he watched her, the gentle way he adjusted her dress, the pride in his smile as she worked the room. When they finally took to the dance floor, it was as if the rest of the world melted away. The evening's most magical moment arrived when the live band struck up the opening notes of At Last by Etta James. Travis turned to Taylor, holding out his hand with a smile, and she accepted with a gleam in her eye. Under a canopy of golden fairy lights, they moved together in perfect harmony. Taylor rested her head on Travis's shoulder, her laughter rising above the music as he whispered something in her ear. Every guest, from A-list celebrities to childhood friends, stopped to watch. Phones flashed, Instagram stories exploded, and the world watched as two of its brightest stars became, for a few minutes, just another couple in love. It was like a scene from a Hollywood movie, one guest gushed. Another marveled. That was the moment everyone will remember. You could feel their happiness in the air. Even Selena, the star of the day, couldn't help but cheer, her joy for her best friend as genuine as her own marital bliss. Benny Blanco later told friends, "We wanted our wedding to be about love, and Taylor and Travis gave everyone a little bit more of that." Throughout the night, Taylor and Travis left their mark in subtle, unforgettable ways. In the group photos, they stood beside Selena and Benny, laughter lighting up their faces. During the cake cutting, they toasted the newlyweds with the enthusiasm of a couple celebrating their own anniversary. At their banquet table, Taylor chatted animatedly with Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz, while Travis traded stories about music and football. Everywhere they went, they brought a sense of ease and authenticity that drew people in. But the wedding wasn't just a glamorous party, it was a watershed moment in Taylor and Travis's relationship. Having publicly announced their engagement earlier in the year, the couple's joint appearance at such a high-profile event was a quiet affirmation of their commitment. Public relations experts noted, they aren't just a famous couple, they're a symbol of lasting, sincere love. After the last song faded and the newlyweds made their exit, Taylor and Travis lingered in Santa Barbara for a romantic mini-honeymoon. Locals spotted them strolling hand-in-hand along the beach at dawn, dining at a cozy Italian restaurant overlooking the waves. Fans snapped photos from afar, their excitement rippling across social media as the posts went viral. For Taylor and Travis, it was a chance to savor the simple joys of being together, away from stadium lights and concert arenas, just two people in love, writing their own story. Of course, life for these two is never just about glamour and romance. Only days before the wedding, Travis Kelce was making headlines for a very different reason. A fiery sideline exchange with Chiefs coach Andy Reid during a tense victory over the New York Giants. Cameras caught a heated argument, even a bump between player and coach, sparking a flurry of speculation. But those who know Travis best, teammates, coaches, former quarterbacks like Alex Smith, see this as a mark of his deep passion for the game. He's a fierce competitor, says Chris Jones, a fellow Chief. We all want to win. Sometimes emotions show, but it's always out of wanting the best for the team. Coach Reid, ever the steady hand, laughed off the incident. He's an emotional guy, and I love that part. Sometimes I have to play policeman, but I'll take that every time. Travis echoed the sentiment. There's nothing outside this building that will change the way I feel about Coach. He brings out the best in me. For all the intensity, there's a quiet wisdom in how Travis handles adversity. He acknowledges mistakes, holds himself accountable, and pushes forward. It's a quality that has made him not just one of the NFL's greatest tight ends, but a leader admired by teammates and opponents alike. At the intersection of sports and pop culture, even the jewelry tells a story. Taylor Swift's engagement ring, designed by Kindred Lubeck at Artifacts Fine Jewelry, features a gold band and a breathtaking old mine brilliant cut diamond. The ring's classic elegance is a perfect reflection of Taylor herself, timeless, bold, and full of meaning. Travis's own symbol of triumph is his most recent Super Bowl ring, a masterpiece with a silver band, 529 diamonds, and 38 custom-cut rubies, totaling nearly 15 carats. One ring celebrates a lifetime of music and love, the other, victory and brotherhood on football's biggest stage. As dawn broke over Santa Barbara, and the last of the wedding guests drifted away, one thing was clear. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are writing a love story the entire world wants to read. Their dance at Selena and Benny's wedding was more than just a viral moment. It was a declaration, a promise that real happiness, real connection, is possible even for those who live their lives in the brightest of spotlights. For the millions who watched, dreamed, and cheered from afar, their story is a reminder that in a world hungry for hope, joy, and authenticity, sometimes all it takes is one golden lit dance, a shared laugh, and the courage to love out loud. The fairy tale isn't over. In fact, it's only just begun.